Emit shader setting has the image emitting its own light source. It's unaffected by light sources and you don't need lights in the scene. Set plus offset is using the local space of the import to offset. It would be traveling forward in the axis of the world space you choose. Y minus it travels away from the screen, whereas Y plus goes into the screen. Merging object. It's easier than assigning a new UV map to each individual object. It doesn't remove the materials assigned to each object before it's merged. Baking UVs. Each material needs the new image you're baking into and it's selected. It's highlighted when selected. Uncheck indirect lighting, diffuse, glossy, and transition. Have direct and emit checked. It's baking only the colors without lighting. Clear image so there's no transparency conflicts and 0 pixel margin as the UVs are closely packed together. Unlinking materials. You should make a duplicate of the Blender file if you want a backup. It finalizes the mesh as without the backup, it's difficult to relink the materials to adjust UV bakes. It also cleans up the mesh when you export it. Armature. You join the mesh to the armature with empty groups. It adds vertex groups based on each bone's name. You assign weights to hook up the bone to the mesh. Gotta check each individual vertex to double check what verts are affected by each bone. Animating. When exporting, Blender uses animations in the NLA, non-linear animation. Action Editor tab makes it easier to switch between different animations. Raylib. Raylib has a built-in 3D importer that uses IQM, a Quake format. Blender's IQM exporter doesn't support shape keys, but it does have bone and animation. It uses OpenGL and has backface culling on by default. You need a simple shader to have the transparency, otherwise the transparent pixels are rendered by the fragment shader, and it causes anything behind it to be hidden. Unity. Using FBX format, Blender's exporter bakes the shape keys into the animations. Unity uses DirectX 11 and 12, and backface culling is set by the material options. Same with transparency working. It's based on the material settings. Unity has an animation controller to play the animations.